Hello all you hardcore fans out there, how are you doing? We're okay. Feeling a bit crap today, so I've come home at dinner time. But straight down to business. There's a strong rumour doing the rounds in South Yorkshire that Tony Bellew, aka Porky's Corner Helmet of the Year for 2018, there's a strong rumour going around that he's looking at coming back at heavyweight in a pay-per-view fight. Personally, I don't know what to think of it, to be honest, because didn't he say he wanted to disappear, you know, and I hoped he would have done, because he does give me indigestion when I see him and when I hear him, especially when I hear that whiny voice. But it gives me indigestion, and I'm worried that I'll get an ulcer if I watch him on TV for another campaign. If he's going to make another go of it, I worry for a lot of people's health. You know, people whose family are prone to ulcers, because he's the type of guy that can give you a full-blown ulcer. But if he comes back, what's he going to do at heavyweight? What's he going to do? Dillian Whyte would dust him inside 4 rounds. Yeah, we all said Davey Day would, but we all got romantically involved, didn't we, with Davey Day? We were romanced by him, and he were conned us, didn't he? Basically, he's a con man. Them Instagram videos they were putting out, they were shocking, weren't they? Telling us he was stronger, faster, quicker than a speeding bullet. Well, he wasn't. He were weaker. He were slower. He were not as fast as they taught us. You know, it were all the total opposite of what he were telling us, because he really desperately needed them pay-per-view fights, and he got 2 pay-per-view fights. I mean, come on, 2 pay-per-view fights Davey Day got out of thin air, 5 years out at game. He plucked 2 pay-per-views out after Sky said they'd never work with him. Isn't that right, Rocky? Come here, come on. My dog here, Rocky, could ice Davey Day, ice him. My kid's mum would ice him. Davey Day shot to bits, but Tony Bellew coming back, if it's true at heavyweight, in my opinion, is a liberty, because he were telling us that definitely my last fight, it's the last chance you're going to get to see Tony Bellew. I'm fighting Usyk, I'm going for pound title, it's the last time I'm fighting. To ring every little pay-per-view buy and every little bit of PR and tickets sold out of it. And now that, you know, he's had to think about it, and you know, 2 months later he's thinking, you know what, I could come back here and put my Senate mix at heavyweight. You know, he probably will come back. You know, the rumour's probably right, I've heard it off a good source, and he's probably going to come out with things like, I started out my career as a heavyweight and I'll finish it as a heavyweight. Because he started out as an ABA, didn't he, as heavyweight. You'll hear that, then you'll hear, it's not about the money, it's about, I don't want to go out on a loss. And you'll hear that fighters at heavyweight, that they're not mature till the 37, 36, you know, and I'm not that yet. You'll hear all that, and you'll hear, you know, like I just said, you don't want to go out on a loss, and I've already beat the most dangerous bogeyman who nobody dare dream about, Davey Day, or even mention his name. And I've just beat him twice. Well, Davey Day that you beat twice were held together by sellotape and a Pritt stick glue. You know them stick-on things that you put, that kids stick in colouring books. They were held together by that, wasn't he? It wasn't the Davey Day of years ago, otherwise he would have iced you, Tony. Now, do I see a Dillian Whyte against Tony Bellew fight down the line? Maybe. Do I see that as his first comeback? No. Do I see him fighting Usyk at heavyweight? Yeah, I can see Tony Bellew fighting Usyk at heavyweight. I can see that. Saying I'm really an heavyweight. I can see that. I can see him thinking he had success against Usyk, but what success did he have against Usyk? So, do you want dog?
Yeah.
Go on, scoot. Bye bye, Rocky. But other than that, I just think that it's crazy if he comes back, and I think that the fans are just being lied to all the time. It's just one big soap opera from Matchroom, innit? If Tony Bellew comes back, it's for money and money alone. It's not to win the heavyweight championship of the world. Once he won that WBC belt, he didn't really want to fight anybody any good, did he? If he did, why did he swerve that tournament, the Cruiserweight tournament, World Boxing Super Series? He beat Alunga Makabu for belt. He's never beat a champion. He beat BJ Flores in a defence. He's never beat a champion. So his only 2 world title wins are against guys that have never won a world title. The only champions he's beat are former champions. He beat Cleverly, a former champion at light heavy, but he beat him at cruiserweight. And he's beat David A, who were 9 years past his last title win against John Ruiz over at Valuef. Valuef and John Ruiz, they were David A's last 2 world title wins. Were they 2008, 2009? Who's David A beat since then? And who did he really beat anyway? David A's got 1 win on his record, Mormac. That's it. Yeah, he beat 6 former champions, but I'm only going to give him Mormac and maybe Enzo Maccarinelli, but he were upgraded to a world champion WBO belt, wasn't he? Same as Cleverly were upgraded. So can you call Cleverly a former champion? Although he did go on to win the WBA regular belt. Are you confused? Because I am. It's just one big contradiction, isn't it, all this? It's I don't know what to make of it, to be honest. I think it's all a load of baba, utter pony. If he comes back, it's for one thing and one thing only, because he got a taste of that pay-per-view money. He's had a taste of that pay-per-view money and he wanted more. Now he's had 4 pay-per-view fights, so he's had millions of pounds 4 times, Tony Bellew. And out of them 4 pay-per-views, in not one of them pay-per-views has he won a world title fight, not one. Dillian Whyte's had 3 pay-per-view. He's not even won a European title fight in any of them. Neither has Bellew. So they've not won a belt in any of them pay-per-views. What have they done? I've got more respect for Dillian Whyte because he's prepared to test himself, but Bellew I've got no respect for at all. If he comes back, it will be shocking. It will be shocking. I can see him writing the script out now, but let's hope I'm wrong. Let's hope that he got home safe to his family with his millions and that he disappears like he said he would, and we don't have to look at him on TV and that, because he's not my cup of tea. So that's my opinion, I'm entitled to it. So peace out, keep on trucking.